Welcome back. This is exciting because I feel like this is my first vlogging while pregnant, and this is the belly. Aww. Isn't that crazy? Like, I'm still trying to wrap my head around that you guys know. So it's been a couple days since we announced the pregnancy, which is so crazy because it's been like a secret for a while. So I'm still adjusting to you guys knowing. So it's gonna take some time for me to like accept it. And I don't know, it's so weird. But I'm happy that, you know, you guys are being so supportive and everything. But it is so wild that you guys do already know, if I'm honest, because I didn't know when I was gonna talk about it or if I was gonna talk about it. But we're here and I'm pregnant and yay. Today is Sunday and I was like, you know what, let's celebrate like the first vlog, because I have gotten people ask me like, oh yeah, did you vlog, you know, throughout the pregnancy? And I really didn't, honestly. I think we were just soaking it in, and we would record just the ultrasounds and stuff, literally what you guys saw like the first vlog, and then us finding out the gender, but we did not really ever pick up the camera or anything to vlog. So the vlogs begin today and it's Sunday. I want to go look at baby stuff because we've gone to Bye Bye Baby. Literally, we went only one time, I want to say over a month ago, and we didn't walk out with anything. So maybe today we can. I'm out of breath. Breathe, girl. I'm excited to go look at stuff. I just might walk out with something this time. I want to go look at the strollers, so because I really think we need it like now. Yeah, there's just so much we need to get done. This is the makeup for today. What do you think? Okay guys, so I found a place here in Chino Hills. Actually, we used to live so close by here and we would always come to the shop. So this is like nostalgia in a way. Nostalgia or nostalgic? Nostalgia, I don't know.
It's nostalgic.
Yeah, like we always used to come here. It's crazy. But we are here because they carry the Nuna stroller in one of the stores, and I have been eyeballing the Nuna and I haven't seen it in person at all. I don't even know what to expect. I don't know if I'm walking out with it or not. I think I just want to like compare it to different ones to see like, I just want to make sure I see it in person, okay? Because I feel like I've been eyeballing it and I just want to see it before I get something else, girl. So.
And Jasmine came with us.
How do you feel, Jasmine, coming to the shops? She literally told me, she's over here acting brand new. She literally told me, she's like, oh my god, we have to go see the house again. Like, she really want to pull up and stalk the people living right now at that house.
Camera shy.
Hi.
This is what you call a bomb-ass car.
This is the one?
Yeah.
We're looking at?
Oh, it shows the differences.
A dinosaur, like lion. Girl, look at this damn dinosaur, like just sitting up here in the damn house.
I didn't know there was so many options for it. It's so cute. So for the future, like we have another baby.
Another seat.
It's like
also,
you grow with it.
It's really good suspension.
Oh. And do you have the other car seats here?
Yeah.
Is that
The bungalow over.
And then even the storage is bigger on this one, huh?
Yes, that's a compact one. This one is like
more space?
Yeah, more space.
Which one do you like?
What do you feel? I feel like the more space would be more convenient.
Let's see, because
which one is more space?
Like your purse and stuff.
like,
yeah, I like this.
It's gonna have more to like store.
I like that one.
It's more convenient, this one.
Like the diaper bag.
And then you said the other car seat, does it go on this one?
No.
You can go on, but they don't have bundle.
So you'd have to like purchase it
On the side.
Can I see the other car seat with the little stroller?
Yes, you
I
Maybe
think
try it too, because I'm sure you're gonna push in the stroller. I feel like since we're taller, this is like more.
Yes.
Yeah.
You need to feed the baby to the bottle.
Whoa. Yeah. It's already at its longest.
Yes, the line.
You wanna try this one?
This one's more higher, right?
Oh. You said the bassinet would be like on the side, right?
Yeah, bassinet is 350 and she. But the bassinet is really little one. I come with the stuff. So you can use a crib.
Take me a picture. Good idea. I'm like trying to picture myself like actually going downtown. I need to visualize myself.
Yeah.
They're both so cute. Like.
Like I said, it's up to you.
I like this one.
It's hard. Okay, so this one's called, you said, I'm so sorry.
Demi-Grow.
And then that one is called
Travel Trivy.
Oh
Okay.
my god, they're everywhere.
So we just looked at the strollers. We're gonna go eat before we make up our mind, because I don't know yet. Like, it's my first time seeing them and I didn't know if they had so many options. Okay guys, don't ever come to warehouse.
Warehouse?
Warehouse.
What the fuck is this?
It is a couple days later. I feel so like I'm giving very mother energy right now. This is my first time. Well, I wore it last week I did wear a dress. I've been pregnant throughout like the whole winter when it's been cold. So I feel like right now that spring is coming up, the days are getting a little warmer. I put on this cute spring dress, and I'm gonna have to bring this camera down a little bit so I could show you guys my belly. Can you guys see it? I feel like it's hard to show it. Oh, wow. I haven't worn this dress since I was probably like 4 months pregnant, and today when I tried it on, I was pretty flabbergasted because it's super like fit like on my stomach. It still fits, but it's just like snug, and I'm like so pregnant right now. It's just so weird to like look at because I haven't worn anything like fitted. I think now that I'm like trying to show it off, I surprised myself with like the clothes. I'm like, whoa, I'm actually pregnant. So I have my water. I'm gonna head out. Hopefully I can get some pictures today because I'm actually looking forward to taking pictures. Oh my goodness, look at the close-up. Babe, I'm pregnant. Okay, I'm heading out. Get some of my water. We got this at Costco when like the Super Bowl, I think.
Yeah.
Huh. Love it. I carry this everywhere. I need the freaking
Stanley.
Is it the Stanley Cup?
Yeah.
I need it. And it's nowhere to be found, girl. This is like a lot that you guys didn't see on the vlogs. I've been out of breath since as long as I could remember. Especially in the first term, I think people think you have to be like big to be out of breath. One of like the main hormones in the beginning of the pregnancy, I'm talking about like first trimester, you also still get out of breath. So when a woman tells you she's out of breath, even though she's like early along, that doesn't matter. She could still be out of breath. So my anxiety has been with the whole pregnancy. I get anxious if I feel anything different. I mean, for obvious reasons, right? I feel like I know I have anxiety, but anytime like I feel like I'm exaggerating, I remind myself that I went into preterm labor in my first pregnancy, so of course I'm gonna have, you know, lingering trauma, and I'm gonna just be paranoid about literally everything. People literally always ask me like, do you find out a reason why you went into preterm labor? Like, we never got a reason. So for me, I always question literally everything about my body. And I don't wanna, I know I'm gonna sound like crazy, and a lot of you guys are gonna be like, that's totally normal for pregnancy, but I just wanna be sure. So one of the main things I've noticed recently, the past couple weeks, has been just a lot of exhaustion, out of breath. I get tired really easily. That's a symptom of pregnancy. And then on top of me feeling out of breath, I've been getting like heart palpitations. I think they started like in the second trimester, and randomly I'll feel it, and it just kind of scares me. I'm so grateful that I have a doctor that doesn't judge me and is willing to help me throughout all my worries. I feel like with this pregnancy, I'm taking a lot of precautions, and I just want to make sure that I know what my body is doing, and if my body has anything, like, I want to know, you know. So he was like, of course, you know, he actually suggested a cardiologist that he knows in the same building, and I was like, perfect. So the last time I went to Dr. Ad, right after that I went to the cardiologist. It was really interesting. They did like an ultrasound on my heart. It was like a really long appointment. Like, they definitely were, it wasn't that, like, yeah, I did an EKG, which I've done before, like, mind you, she's had anxiety before being pregnant, okay? But this is the first time where they were fully doing like an ultrasound, and the doctor, thank God, said my heart looks completely fine. There is nothing out of the ordinary, which I'm so grateful for. I explained to him about sometimes my heart rate being a little high. With the pregnancy, I've noticed it's a lot of the times, if I'm walking around doing any kind of activity, usually it is like 90 to 100, and that is a high heart rate. Obviously, I mean, when I'm not pregnant, I want to say my heart rate's like 70. You know, I just noticed my heart rate's a little higher, which is also like a symptom again of pregnancy. But I explained to him how just recently I've been feeling like really tired and I'll be really out of breath for like the littlest activities. So the doctor was like, you know what, everything looks good, but you know, if you have these worries, we can attach like a little monitor. So that's what I have right here. They literally put this here. I'm leaving it for 2 weeks. I feel like I can't wear anything because it's showing. I showed my mom this and I had to like explain everything to her before I showed her and freak her be like freaked out. And that's why I told you guys first, hit it and then showed it, because I don't want anybody to be freaked out. What the doctor said, everything looks good, but obviously because of my palpitations, and I was telling him how sometimes my heart rate's just like fast, he suggested this. Anytime I feel anything funny, if I feel like my heart's racing, if I feel like I'm having heart palpitations, I press it. It's supposed to like detect anything going on in that moment. So this gives you like further evaluation on your heart. Some people would have been fine with just the doctor telling them their heart is fine, but you know, I want to take all measures like to make sure everything is okay. So that's what I have right now. And luckily this gets removed like a day before my baby shower, which is hilarious because I could not wear this. I'm so glad I'm covering it right now. Now I have to explain this to anybody that I see today because they're all gonna be like worried. You guys, my mom made mole. This is my favorite Mexican dish. A queen. Okay guys, we just finished filming and I have to actually, we have a lot to do, okay? We have to remove everything from the cabinets, from the kitchen, because they started demolishing everything like in 2 days. And then we have to go get the
Whipping cough.
The whipping cough. That is something, I remember Karina, it's weird because I'm literally pregnant around the same time that Karina was pregnant with Mia, and I remember her getting the whipping cough too, so we need to get it. Our doctor has been reminding us, so we need to go. I need to go home and change though, because this dress is a little too uncomfortable. Like the slit is so high, like my Spanx are literally out. Like why? I love these pregnancy Spanx too. I'm gonna link them in the description if you guys want to check them out. They're stretching in the stomach, but they still hold you good. So yeah, we're going home and getting comfy.
Prendes la luz conmigo y con él cierras los ojos.
We're back home. I am so exhausted. We moved furniture around because we're trying to get ready for the renovation. You guys, this like attachment thing makes me so itchy. And let's not even get started with showering, because that's one thing I need to do when I go get my shot. I need to get like, I'm sure they have it at CVS. I can put like tape around it because when I shower, like it drips on it and I'm not supposed to be getting it wet. It's so itchy, like, anyways. But we moved the furniture around, so his living room's looking really empty. We removed the carpet, not the carpet, sorry, the rug. We removed the chairs. So yeah, just moving things around, getting ready for this whole demo situation. I changed into PJs. We did not go get our shot today. Oh my goodness. Bryan, we both got really lazy after we got back. I don't know why the podcast usually always drains me, because it's not just the podcast. We do the podcast and then we do like sponsors and stuff after that. And let me tell you, this pregnancy just has me drained in general. I feel like I always like take my fat nap after, which I didn't today. Bryan took his nap and I just stayed awake. At some point I was like, you know what, we're not going anywhere. Like, I'm just gonna change into PJs. But this is the belly. I feel like I literally popped overnight. I've been showing, well, it's so weird because everybody on stories is telling me like, oh, the baby waited for you to announce to start showing, but like realistically my announcement, like I was already had a full belly and everything. But it's crazy because everyone's telling me like when you announce, usually your baby knows, and like your body just knows and it starts showing. And at first I was like, nah, there's no way, right? Like why would, like your belly's gonna grow, period, if the baby's growing, right? And I don't know, it kind of started making sense because with Bryancito I showed like really fast. And if I want to compare like the 25-week, well, this was, let me show you this picture right here. I was 22 weeks pregnant with Bryancito. This was my gender reveal. I was like, yeah, I was like 22 weeks. It's crazy because 22 weeks with this pregnancy I didn't feel pregnant. And it's funny because I thought I was gonna show like really fast, because in the beginning I was like 15, 16 weeks and I felt like I was showing. I remember, I don't know if you guys listened to the podcast, how I had told Karina, I'm like, oh, she kind of exposed me on Halloween day, but those were like the days where I was obviously pregnant, but I feel like it was a lot of bloating. So once I got over like the bloating stage, I feel like I just didn't show at all. And even my mom would tell me, she's like, you're not showing as much as you were with Bryancito. I recently started just like noticing like, whoa, okay, I'm pregnant. I feel like for sure like Thanksgiving was kind of like an eye-opener. It was like, oh shoot, you're pregnant. Halloween, like I remember my family telling me I looked pregnant, but I feel like I was in that stage where I looked like my stomach was just, it was there but it wasn't, you know, that stage. And it's funny because I really thought like I was going to show a lot, because in the beginning of my pregnancy, like I was so bloated, and I really thought, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm getting so big. I feel like I went through different stages, because Thanksgiving I felt like I looked really pregnant, and then Christmas came around and I looked the same size as I did for Thanksgiving. I also lost weight when Hanson passed away. He passed away the day before New Year's Eve, and unfortunately I was like down really bad, and I remember losing weight and my stomach literally went down like drastically, which was so weird to see. So it's just been like fluctuating, okay? And I feel like I recently, even when we did the I have not done my maternity shoot. The announcement pictures you guys saw, that's like for my baby shower, but I still need to do like my actual maternity shoot. But even when I took those pictures for the announcement, I was like, oh my god, I think I'm showing. That's how disconnected I was from my pregnancy. Like obviously I was really connected, but also I feel like I'm still in disbelief, like I'm pregnant. I remember for the photo shoot, I was like, oh my goodness. I feel like the photo shoot for the announcement was the first time where I felt like I was actually pregnant. I was like, oh my goodness, I am showing. That was my realization, I think. So crazy. And I want to say that for the shoot, we did that like a few weeks ago, and I want to say I was like, I think 30 weeks or about to hit 30 weeks. So my stomach has grown since then. So by the time I announced, my stomach was bigger than the announcement. I just feel like this belly, like what you're seeing right now, it definitely caught me off guard a little bit. And I have been feeling a lot of pressure down there, just like the bones. I've tried to put on like a belt, because I just feel like I need the support, because my stomach just feels like it's like literally hanging. And a lot of people are telling me that my stomach is dropping, and I don't think it's dropping. I just feel like you guys are finally seeing my belly, but I feel like it's been in the same position. It's just that it's growing. And even I was like flabbergasted, so I put it on stories. Everybody's like, oh my god, baby's coming soon. I'm like, can we not? I'm like all scared. I'm like, okay, I still have next month. Give me a few more weeks, then y'all can start saying those comments. Yeah, I think it's just like growing, and it could be growing more now that I announced. I don't know if that's really a myth or not. I feel like I'm starting to believe it, because it's just not adding up. I feel like I'm towards the end, so the baby's like doubling in size constantly. Not doubling in size. I heard the baby gains like half a pound a week, so that makes sense to why I feel like I'm literally blowing up. But anyways, the renovations for this kitchen start the day after tomorrow. We move stuff around, like literally that's why there's like furniture in the back. Like it feels so weird that I could like walk around. I'm like, oh my god, it just feels like more space, which is funny because this is gonna be Bryancito / the baby's room. I was gonna say the name right now. This is gonna be their room now, both of their room, and this is gonna become the playroom. So there is gonna be some furniture that we are gonna have to get rid of. It just feels so funny now that I'm like looking at it like this. I'm like, oh wow, there's actually a lot of room. I feel like I mean, I have freaking like 2 chairs. I had like the freaking little cajon over there, the couch here. I mean, it just felt more crowded. I had a coffee table in here at some point. I'm like, for what? Just too much clutter. So it just feels like so airy now, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I could definitely have a good space for the baby here, and it's just gonna become like a play area, I'm sure, which is perfect because the kitchen's right here anyways. But we have to empty out all the dishes and everything. That's one of the reasons too why we wanted to just like hurry up with the renovations. I want the kitchen done already. We want to add floors. There's so much we need to do. I need to start washing the baby's clothes, which I haven't even had my baby shower yet. Like, what's going on? And I was supposed to have it this weekend. We postponed it because this weekend is going to rain. My baby shower is going to be brunch vibes. I from the beginning, I knew I wanted a very, very intimate baby shower. So it's going to be in the day with just very close family and friends. So we are excited for that, but I'm just so bummed that we changed it. I'm like, the pressure's on. I'm like, Lord, just carry this child to term. That's my goal, obviously, but we have a few weeks. When I tell you, I've just been feeling like the pressure, and it's normal. My cervix, everything looks amazing. I think it's just honestly the weight of the baby. My baby's also measuring bigger, but I'm just like praying to God that, you know, we carry to term. I look insane. I was kind of going through it earlier. I cried my lashes off. This is the reality of being pregnant while grieving. For sure, this pregnancy has helped me tremendously with how I've handled things. I tell Bryan all the time, I'm like, it's so crazy how this pregnancy has changed us so much. Anyone out there that is watching that, you know, you lost your child and you're wondering how is life after when you get pregnant, I feel like for me, it has helped a lot mentally because it gives you like a reason to stay. It gives you purpose. And that's also another reason why too, at first I didn't want to like say anything at all till I had my baby, but I would always think about like the bereaved moms that actually do watch me, that reach out and like actually care about how I'm doing, or you know, they watch me because they somehow like I help them feel not alone, you know. And I do the same thing when I watch other people. I notice that when I see people that have gone through the same thing, like when I wasn't pregnant and I was seeing people that were pregnant with their, you know, next child, it would give me hope just to see how much like life was brought back into them, if that makes sense. So part of me, I'm happy that I did announce because I get to be honest and open with you guys how it's like to grieve and be pregnant at the same time. And to be completely honest, it has helped us. You know, we still have our meltdowns. Like today, I literally was crying, sobbing, looking at my Bryancito. He's the cutest thing in the world, and my heart just breaks because obviously there's like mixed emotions, you know, especially because, you know, I'm fully like almost done with this pregnancy, and there's those mixed feelings of like, Bryancito, I only made it to 25 weeks, so there's like those really mixed feelings of like, you deserved to have a beautiful healthy pregnancy. He deserved such a beautiful healthy life, and this world did him so wrong, you know. So I do kind of struggle with that, especially when I hit my 25-week mark. Actually, it's so weird because when I hit my 25-week mark, I was dreading it since the day I found out I was pregnant, but Handsome ended up passing like right before I hit my 25 weeks. So to be completely honest, it was like, it didn't even faze me because I was dealing with Handsome's loss. I was so shocked with that. It didn't even like fully faze me, but for sure it has helped us a lot. And I feel like that takes a lot in me to say, because everybody with any loss, like it's really hard to admit when you're having like better days, because you feel like by saying and admitting that you're having better days, it's kind of like, oh well, she's not hurting anymore. And that is like far from the truth, because this is something that we continue to carry daily. But yes, it has given me reason. Me and Bryan, you know, we have something to look forward to. Even Handsome's death, like I feel like if I was not pregnant, it would have completely destroyed me to the ground. But because I'm pregnant, I knew I had to stay strong for this child, and we had still something to be here for. So it has helped us, but that doesn't change that my son's not here with us to see it all. And those are the moments where I'm just like, wow, no matter how many kids that I end up having, he's not here, you know. So that is like, I guess what I was feeling earlier. And you know, those meltdowns happen occasionally. They would happen so much more prior to being pregnant. That's basically what I'm trying to say, but they definitely still happen. It's just now you're looking forward to something, but you're still missing that piece. Babe, you're gonna fall asleep again? I feel like you're the pregnant one. This is the second nap he's taking of the day. I need to show you guys my skincare routine that I have for my stomach, because I feel like I have like a whole thing down of like what I do. My belly button, it's been trying to pop for the past couple months and it doesn't pop. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, is it going to pop at all? I really don't know. Like, I'm just kind of waiting. Like, I definitely, like, I feel a little weird bump, like a little bump, but yeah, I just don't know when it's gonna happen. I think I'm gonna let you guys go here because we have a long night. We have to like put things away. Bryan's already asleep, so I'm like, what's going on? Or I think we're just gonna call it a night. I'm gonna wash this face and get some rest because I am exhausted.